Welcome everyone, this is Evelyn and this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's 12:25 on the clock. That's the Hanging Man and the Knight of Wands. And today we're going to do things a little bit differently. I have two decks out here. This is the Gilded Tarot and the Universal Golden Tarot. And over here we're going to pull 3 cards each for the blocks in love, the blocks of abundance, and the blocks to your happiness. And over here we're going to pull the keys to your love, the keys to your abundance, the keys to your happiness. Okay, and we're going to compare them and see how that works out, okay? So this again is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Happy birthday, Pisces. I love my Pisces. So let's have fun with this. It is a general reading. And if you want information about me and my services, I'm at Twin Flames 3344.com. I have a CD out there also called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames, and I'm having a lot of trouble talking. So let's see where that goes. Remember, if you like the video, to like, share, and subscribe. It very much helps me if you share. I'd appreciate that. And let's get going. We're going to pull a gem for you guys first to see what gemstone might be beneficial to you right now. And also my business name 3344 was coming up a lot this week. The Ides of March is coming up here on the 15th of March, and that's also the year 44 when Julius Caesar was assassinated. And again, Easter is 33 in the Christ vibration, so 33 and 44 are very much coming up right now. 33 and 44 also represent the percentage of DNA being used as we ascend our consciousness from around 30 to 33 to 44% in the 5D, and that comes from Cryon. And I believe he assessed the Pleiadians as 80% use. So here's for Pisces. Pisces. All right, you've garnet. Okay, it says purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. The bottom of the deck is Aqua Aura, which this came up for me recently as well. Aqua is very much about Pisces, that aqua color, but it's also water, and this is aura is gold ray. So aqua, gold ray, those colors in general may be very good for you right now. Healthy communication and relationships is what you have already. Heart-to-heart discussions and clear assertive communication to help you understand and be understood. That's your underlying energy, along with garnet that's coming out for you in the present moment. So purification and detox. And again, it's very much about physical and energetic toxins. And perhaps garnering a net is coming up for whatever reason. Okay, aqua and gold ray. Aqua, gold ray, which is very much the mother, the aqua, rose gold mother heart coming up here. Okay, so let's get going here. I've already pre-shuffled both decks. So first we're going to look at your blocks. This is for Pisces, and this is for March 2023. 23 is the King of Wands, and this year 20 is Judgment. It's the wake-up call for the King of Wands and learning how to balance his fire. The masculine energy being out of balance regarding passions, and learning how to create a slow burn this year. And the next year is for the Queen of Wands. All right, so again, this is for Pisces, March 2023. And we're going to be pulling 3 cards each for the blocks in love. And the lovers just fell out sideways for you guys, okay? So let's see where that comes up. Blocks in love, blocks in abundance, and then blocks of your happiness. And what are they? And don't be surprised if sometimes the blocks and the keys come up as the same thing, because you have to go through the energies in order to transcend them. All right, so this is for Pisces, March 2023. Blocks to love, abundance, and happiness. 3 cards each. A Pisces. Pisces, March 2023. Okay. So first for love, your first card out is the Page of Cups reversed. This is for love. And then we have, I'm going to pull it down because I don't think I need that much room. The Five of Swords reversed, which is good reverse. That's the end of the war, letting go of the fight. And then you have the Sun upright, being a block to love right now. And that could be exposure. Maybe too much energy, like we're talking about the King of Wands, too much passion. And this is Leo energy, so it could be a Leo that's a block to your love right now as well. Now the blocks to your abundance, we're going to go back to that. The blocks to your abundance is coming up as the Knight of Cups, which is a message of love. And why would that be a block? So let's see. We have the Nine of Swords. Perhaps stressed out, not sleeping. You could be purging. You could be hanging out in the crib or purging like a baby in a crib here. You have some wise owl in the window, but is it a wise owl? It's a brown owl, which sometimes could be a dark energy giving you wisdom. So maybe you're tapping into the wrong energies for wisdom. And then we have, for blocks to abundance, the Ten of Swords reversed, which for me is, where the worst is over, you're ending all that pain. This is where the bliss sets in, when the pain is released. So there is bliss right here. Maybe are you enjoying too much bliss? Maybe you're partying too much, right? So you're not getting enough sleep. And then we have the blocks to your happiness, which is coming up as the Six of Pentacles, perhaps sharing, being too charitable. All right, perhaps settling out there, or settling, that's a block. And then for your happiness, the Knight of Swords reversed, which, this can be verbal abuse. This also can be no verbal movement at all. This can be lashing out, and it can be holding back, right? Silencing yourself, even though you have something to say. This also could be lying. Right? Or giving to someone who's lying to you. So the block to your happiness, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be an earth sign energy. So let's see what we have. You have 3 knights in your read, all right? So there's a lot of action. 2 of them are upright, which is good, but also we have the Page of Cups reversed over here and the Knight of Swords reversed. So there may be one person in your life, right, who may be a bad influence on you, or maybe verbally abusive, or lying to you. Again, this could be holding back an announcement as well, holding back information from you on purpose. And again, this has to do with your happiness over here. So we have 3 knights in your read. We have a page, and those are all a court cards. So a lot of young energies are your blocks right now. And again, that could be hanging out partying too much. Again, this could be someone who's crying like a baby, okay, because this is in the middle of your blocks. You have the Nine of Swords over there, which is, for me, suffering in silence. Again, somebody could be setting up lasers, as far as protection in their home. Maybe needing too much protection, right? Being too concerned about that. Or perhaps not protecting yourself. Perhaps you're listening to the wrong person over here with the owl, and with somebody lying to you over here. And again, this could be the energy of rejection, or somebody feeling rejected by you. The Page of Cups can be 2 ends of the spectrum. It can be rejection, someone who's shy and very introverted, but it also could be someone very entitled and spoiled, right? Expecting you to do whatever they want, or throwing a temper tantrum. That being whining, it could be a baby crying all the time, which if you have a baby crying all the time at home, of course that's going to block your love life, right? But this is ending the war within. And then this is high energy and exposure, wellness. So why is that a block to your love life right now? Now, again, if you have a baby at home, which makes you very happy, it could still be a block, because you can't fight this war, because, right, it's something you just have to go through and accept and allow, right? If you have a baby crying all the time, it's not easy to go through, but you're surrendering to it, even though it's difficult. Allowing the sun to come out, allowing the exposure. Perhaps being out in the sun too much can be a, to being overexposed, whether you're getting burned by the sun or burned by overexposure. And again, this is coming up as a block to love. And we're going to go over past, present, and future as well in this reference as well. So love, you have a lot of young energy, like I said. And love is the youngest of all. It's that Page of Cups reverse, which you want upright because that's a very sweet, innocent energy. So you can be feeling rejected. It can be a child or a pet who feels rejected or expects you to do whatever they want. And you feel like it's a war that you can't win, right? This is ending the war. And remember what happens after the war. The end of the war is PTSD and looting because people don't know what to do with themselves after they celebrate. And again, somebody could be celebrating too much. Are you partying too much? Are you around people who party too much? But again, there's these positive energies here, but why are they blocks to you? And we have 2 water signs over here. So why is the Knight of Cups a block to your abundance? Maybe someone's being too loving, and maybe it's making you, too comfortable, right? But this also looks like you're not getting enough sleep, or there's something you still need to release as far as suffering in silence. Perhaps, you could be having headaches. You could be crying about something at night, or just you're not sleeping because you're over ruminating in your head. The 9 is a very difficult cycle to go through because it's the worst, before you get to the 10, you can't end it. So 9 is, you're in the thick of the thoughts. So get out of your thoughts, change your thoughts, shift your thoughts. That's the block for you. The main block for you is negative thoughts, right? Because this could be negative self-talk about feeling rejected. Instead of feeling rejected, shift that thought. Saying, oh, I don't have anyone asking anything from me right now, so I can go do this or that. I can do things I love to do. A shift in perspective to change your thinking. And that's for love. Maybe putting yourself out there too much. Maybe it's not respecting yourself enough. And then here we have abundance. It's blocking your abundance because you're definitely too much in your head. Even though the worst is over, right? The end of the war, right? But once the worst is over and the bliss is setting in, you still need to deal with that PTSD and looting that happens around you. Perhaps people that you can't trust. You need to discern in your life what's best for you and what's not best for you, and perhaps do some weeding right now to take that energy out of your life. And then this is abundance, and then this is your happiness. So this Knight of Swords is definitely not helping you, right? That's someone lying, spying, or withholding information, or abuse, verbal abuse. And you're being very kind to this person when you shouldn't be sharing with them, right? If they're going to be abusive in this negative energy, even if they've gone silent, don't keep giving to that energy. You don't have to be negative or mean, but you can disconnect from that energy that's not resonating with you right now. Now this energy is upright. It's the Knight of Pentacles, but they're also going back, right? They're not going forward. They're looking forward. They want to go forward, but they're going back instead to help this person. And this could be another person that's an ally to you that's also helping you help this person. And perhaps neither one of you should be helping this person because that person needs to work out their own crap, so to speak. And that could be an air sign. And this could also be your own negative self-talk as your worst enemy. So in the past, you have 2 water signs and sharing, being charitable with each other. Perhaps 2 best friends. They could be you and your pet. This could be 2 siblings over here. Maybe you're thinking back to your childhood in the past, okay? But one is reversed, you know, that could be being the baby, expecting the older child to concede to you, whether you're the older child or the younger child. Or maybe you had two people here outside of yourself that were also water signs. And always being charitable or sharing. And that's in the past. So you might want to look at this and say, are you the Page of Cups reversed, or are you the Knight of Cups upright here in the past? So in the middle here, this is your present situation here, is ending the war, but over ruminating, too much in your head, or perhaps not enough sleep. And again, withholding information or verbal abuse, feeling like lashing out, perhaps because you're not getting enough sleep. It could be as simple as that. So is it as simple as not getting enough sleep, or is there more of an underlying energy regarding a relationship from your past, from your childhood, perhaps a friendship or a sibling or some kind of rivalry there, or someone always expecting to get their way over here with the other person? This is really negative energy right there in your head. Negative self-talk, and it's not like it's deserved, right? The worst is over. That war is over. The pain is over here. You know, we have the 9 here, but here is your 10. The 10 is ending this. Like you're at the worst of it. You're about to change a cycle. You hear that, Pisces? You're about to change a cycle into this new great energy that you haven't had. This is what this flip is right here, because you have the 10 of Swords reversed. The bliss is about to set in, the sun's about to come out, and so the block for you right now is that you're still in the ending of a cycle that's over. You haven't stepped into the new yet. So very interesting the way that came up. So in the future here, the blocks of bliss and exposure, and the Knight of Pentacles going back. Going back to work on something. It's saying you don't need to go back anymore. It's saying go stop this negative cycle of thoughts and go forward. Right? Exposing the past is the block. The worst is over here. But this is the block, because you're still trying to clear the past as opposed to going forward. That's the energy I'm getting. The bottom of the deck here is the World reverse, which is also Pisces energy for me. So perhaps feeling like your world is upside down or incomplete, needing to complete the cycle. Or actually, this could be the Divine Feminine in 5D as well. So let's see what was under there in the underlying energy. So you have another Knight reversed and the King of Swords reversed, and issues at work right here. So issues at work, whether that's, it can be anything practical, financial, having issues with people at work or third parties at work, interference at work, or just financial, maybe losing a job or not making enough money at work, maybe not getting along with the King of Swords and the Knight of Wands over here. Because this could be someone, again, who's lying to you or perhaps taking advantage or verbally abusive, right? That could be this person right here. You also have a fire sign here who could be a player, or maybe they're falling short on their promises. Maybe they thought that they could come in and make that work, but perhaps they fell short for you. And that can also be Saggy in your chart as well with Pisces. So Saggy reversed and Pisces reversed right there. And dealing with the King of Swords right there, who either is not telling you the truth or is being silent or verbally abusive. You know, that's not a good energy to be around. And this is coming up as at work. So at the end of this deck, you have Justice. So that's great. So like I said, this cycle is over. It's like stop looking back and just be present in the moment in order to go through that negative energy, to allow it to pass. Like don't resist it. Just allow it to pass through so that you can just transcend and end up in the next cycle. I wouldn't be surprised. And this could be for those people whose birthday hasn't happened yet, because usually the worst time of your year, or the time for you to put stuff behind you is that last month before your birthday. And then once your birthday comes in, it's an upswing for you. So this is very much the energy of behind your birthday and then going forward to in front of your birthday. And there is justice here, truth, balance, and alignment. This also can have to do with a Libra coming in. And again, we have Leo here, an air sign. So air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And then you have a lot of water here, as well as your water here. So any water sign, so Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And then we have Leo. Leo is very strong. It's the only major arcana here in this read as your blocks. Leo is a block for you. And what's coming forward, maybe, is this justice a block for you? Is this Libra a block for you? Or is this the way forward? I mean, it is a positive energy in itself. So let's see what comes up for your keys. What are your keys to love, abundance, and happiness? For Pisces, March 2023, what are your keys? And again, there's a lot of young energy in your read, whether you're young and you're just hanging out with friends, or a lot of young people at work, or dealing with your own children, or working with children. You need to get out of your head. And it looks like you are, because this is the future, is letting go of this. You're getting to the end of the cycle and exposing all. But why is that still a block in the future? So I feel like this is going to help us see a little bit more. All right, so this is for your keys. Pisces keys to love, abundance, and happiness for March 2023. Pisces. Pisces. Okay. All right. So your keys here. These are your tools. Wow, you have the Tower. See, big change right here. There's a big shift coming for you, especially in love right here. And it's also Scorpio. Your second key is the High Priestess, which is also Pisces energy for me. So perhaps your psychic energies or gifts coming on board, keeping to yourself as opposed to exposing things, right? So you may not be respecting yourself enough. You might need to pull within a little bit, not be so nice to everybody if they're walking all over you, especially. And then for love, the other key is the Five of Wands, right? So maybe instead of ending the war to keep the peace, maybe you need to fight for what you want. And that doesn't mean you have to fight. It means to stand up for yourself, not be afraid of conflict, right? If you want love, you might need to fight for love. You might need to stand up for yourself, humble yourself, let go of your pride. And again, you may need to pull back a little bit from being so social. If there's a specific person that you really want, you may need to fight for them here. Right? Not need to and again, you might, with love, you might be having sudden psychic impressions come in that you may be conflicted about. But like, use this energy, right? Because this can be conflict and competition, but it also could be games and fun. So again, it's all about switching your perspective here. That's your block here, is over ruminating in your head. So your thoughts. And then for abundance, your keys to abundance. Being present in the moment. Being relaxed, right? They're stepping on a landmine, but they're not affected by it. I got this. So your keys to abundance are being present in the moment and relax, perhaps going to the beach here. You know, you're a water sign. Maybe you need to be by the ocean for a little bit. Allowing the negative. So the landmine is something negative that you may have been going through. Allowing yourself to step on it and know and still know it's okay. And again, this comes up with the English patient too, and He's been coming up a lot this month. He was the one who used to diffuse minds, but he was also a very romantic person. So another key to your abundance here, Pisces, is the 9 of Pentacles. Your sovereignty, your self-love, knowing that you're all that. Look at you. This is in the middle of your read of keys. Do you understand who you are? Look at yourself. This is the best single person card in the deck. It means that you got everything and you're independent and sovereign. The only thing you may be missing is someone to share it with. And that doesn't mean you want someone to share it with right now. You might be perfectly happy on your own. So if you're all this, I don't think you're seeing this. You have the 9 of Swords over here as the block and the 9 of Pentacles over here as your key. Do you see who you are? And psychic to boot. This could also be a nurse, an aide, someone who cares for other people or gives counsel to others. Right? Selflessly. This also could be fighting for yourself. Fighting for who you are authentically. Not being afraid to be yourself. And the fighting doesn't mean to fight with others about who you are, but to allow them fight amongst themselves while you stay to yourself in your knowing. It's like a sudden knowing of who you are. This big shift is coming here. You have the key. The key is just shifting your perspective to know, do you understand the value you have? Look at you. You're beautiful. You have everything you need in life. Know who you are. And don't let others walk all over you. Instead of thinking about it, you don't have to prepare. Just be in the moment. You confront the situation and you talk to someone. If it gets heated, you walk away. Say, we can't have a conversation like this. And if you're willing to come back with me at a later time and check in again, I'd be happy to, but you walk away. You never need to prepare. You have an honest, loving conversation with someone, and if that doesn't work, you walk away. And then you can try again later if you want to, but if you don't, it's because you're not resonating, and maybe you don't need to be in that person's energy anymore. What's coming up for abundance here? The Page of Wands, inspiration. He's also got some moon boots on there. And he's shaman as well. This is being shamanistic and galactic at the same time. And inspired is like, look at this. You're the shiz. You have everything you could ever need. And you're inspired as well. Perhaps you have motivation, you have ambition. Or just excited. Excited to play. This could be acting as well. I was just getting Shakespeare for some reason. And then I was just hearing that car just revving going north. It was a black car, black sporty car going north. Getting revved up. Maybe you're going on a trip. Perhaps you may be getting a part if you are an actor. This could be getting involved in sports as well, right? Physical activities, group physical activities that inspire you, getting together with a group that you resonate with, whether it's sports or acting or anything else, just to play games, have fun, to do physical exercise, but something that's fun, that inspires you, so you won't get tired of doing it. So again, you could need to get out some of your frustrations that way, right? Instead of being in your head, be more physical. And you notice there's like no fire here, except for the sun. You're exposing all the lack of fire here. That's the block. As opposed to using this fire in a positive way. To be present in the moment, to who you are, to what excites you, right? What games you might want to play. And this is the keys to love, to playing with a group. You like to hang out with friends and people or get inspired by other people, but also you can hang out with other people and not give everything about yourself up. Like you're supposed to be coming back into yourself, knowing your own abilities, your worth, And don't give it all away when you play. Like to play, to work out, to work in groups. But again, observe. Be in your knowing. This is sudden events, a sudden epiphany. Suddenly something's blowing your mind. Being present in the moment. This is really positive here. You need to not worry about what other people think in groups for sure here. You can always step away and be with yourself when you're feeling overwhelmed. But then you can step back in when you're inspired. Okay, so this is your abundance here. You have the abundance here. You have the inspiration. It's like you just realize you're learning how to epiphanize, to be present in the moment, to manifest. But I feel like it's already here. You're just too much in your head over here. You just need to shift your thoughts. That's the key, right? So the block is like the lock, and then here's your key over here to open it. Focus on the gratitude of what you have and who you are. And then for happiness, the keys to your happiness, Pisces. The energetic exchange, the arrows of love. Right? You like physical activity here, passionate physical activity, which is coming up here. Either groups or athletics, any kind of fun that you have with a group. So it doesn't have to be anything specific. It's just the energetic exchange with a lover or groups, or just the energy going back and forth. You like that busyness. Perhaps things will be picking up at work as well. Maybe you're bored at work. It's too slow. Not making enough money. And then for happiness, the Two of Wands. Choosing a new path. This could also be holding on to Akashic records over here, or to an ex, and the need to let that go. This also could be someone who's, in this deck, this always reminds me of someone who's on cancer treatment, but there's also shaman energy here. So perhaps this is someone you know here who needs to choose a new path. And again, the toxicity of holding on to an ex, or holding on to x-rays. Again, someone might be going through cancer treatments. And also we're dealing with the right side over here, which is the masculine. In this card, the feminine hand is holding the world. The feminine has the world in her hand over here, whereas the masculine Pisces may be holding on to an ex. And there's some toxicity around this energy. So the key here for your happiness is to see the difference between right and left, between masculine and feminine. And again, there's like that skull and crossbones energy right there. The darkness of a past or an ex. And the need to clear, but I feel like that's more for the masculine than the feminine, because the feminine's coming up really positive here. But either way, this doesn't have to be feminine energy. It's even in a masculine person, it is your, see who you are in your feminine self, that you're all that. Allow your more feminine side to come out. So again, if someone is going through cancer treatment right now, and it doesn't even have to be you, it can be someone you know, right? This could be radiation or chemo and a lot of back and forth. And that could be the key to someone's recovery, is just staying positive about themselves. We have justice here too. And the justice card is coming in between your blocks and your keys. And again, this is balancing the negative and the positive. And it's always about balance here. and the balancing act. And you may have fallen in the past because you weren't balanced. Again, too much in your head, or suffering in silence over something, not sleeping enough, not knowing your worth. This Page of Cups over here, reversed, could be a Scorpio energy in your past. Who may have felt rejected by you. And you may be having an epiphany about that. That's a key. You also have Pisces here, which is ending the war over here as the block. The key is your abilities, also going within, your silence, keeping things to yourself. And then you have no other major arcana here except for the Scorpio energy over here. So for you right now, Leo is a block and Scorpio is a key. So Scorpio is very good energy over here right now, and so is Libra. Because that's the balance you need. And over here we have a fire sign, and this is not a court card, but it can represent an earth sign here. Or just, again, your abundance as Pisces over here. So you have Pisces and Scorpio. This whole read could be about Pisces and Scorpio, because that's right there with Scorpio in the past. Then you have two water signs right there. And then the last card here for your happiness is the Queen of Swords. So that can be an air sign. This can be Virgo as well. And she is speaking her truth. She may be manifesting. She could be using her abilities. She's on a natural red carpet, right? So placing yourself on the red carpet as well could be coming up. But again, it's made of natural fibers as opposed to something artificial. Being very natural, we have blankets of pink and green here as well, of healing, the healing heart, of compassion and physical health. So the keys, you have an air sign there. So it could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but also could be Virgo energies. And yeah, so going forward, your keys are these two energies here. The Page of Wands, and this could be a child or a pet. This also could be a passionate message or a fiery person who's young or is feeling very young. And then here could be an air sign or Virgo female energy in your life who's speaking their truth, unless that's you with a lot of air in your chart. And it's like you're learning your abilities here. You're understanding your worth. You're getting excited about perhaps groups that you've met or want to be in, or getting apart, or getting involved with some sports to get the stuck energy out of you. You need to move your body more. Okay, so what comes up at the end of this read is the Two of Swords, which is being in your knowing. And it's so much this energy for you right here. Just know who you are, know what you're worth. You don't need to blindly follow anyone, because you're very intuitive. This card is about peace of mind, right? That you don't need to fight within your mind. You just need to show up as love with an open heart. And any kind of confrontations you come across, you have a loving, honest conversation, and if it can't be solved, you walk away and try again later. Or if they don't want to try again, then obviously you don't want to be in that energy. You're not resonating with them. So, and there is justice here, right? You have balance here and you have balance here. There's peace of mind here for you coming up. There's a whole, look at the difference in the colors of the energies here, right? So your blocks here were all about being too much in your head and negative talk, and putting yourself out there too much. And here is about going within, being more quiet, and finding inspiration, finding epiphany here, finding your abilities, even psychic abilities. But again, being more physical to let out your frustrations and anxieties. and speaking your truth and being unafraid of what anyone else thinks of that. Perhaps choosing a new path. And this is connected to this one over here, the Knight of Swords reversed. So some kind of toxic energy is blocking your happiness right now here. And it has to do with a toxic past or someone who's dealing with some kind of cancer treatment or is lying or this could be cancerous to you, is holding back your truth, right? Not speaking your truth. But you don't have to do it in a toxic way, because the Knight of Swords reversed can be very harsh with their words if it comes out. And maybe you're afraid of hurting people's feelings, so you hold that in, but that's hurting you. You just need to speak your truth with love and then walk away. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to be afraid. You don't need to prepare. You just need to show up and be you. Be love. And then the underlying energy here is the prison you put yourself in. Again, the Eight of Swords. Right? Anxiety. Like this card is self-imposed, because you can walk out of this. She can get out of this. It's loosely tied and there's separation between the swords. She can choose to walk away from this. There is truth here. We have the Page of Wands here, or excuse me, the Page of Pentacles there. And here's that sharing energy over here. So here's that Ten of Swords, which is your block over here, as the worst is now over. Maybe this could be bypassing things too. So instead of dealing with the pain to go through it, to transcend it, trying to skip over the pain and not deal with it to get past it, but that's not going to work. You need to go through it to transcend it. You need to allow all that is to rise above. And then here is that ascension energy of the Chariot, right? Bringing the opposing forces together, levitating, flying, traveling, moving, taking the show on the road, and being able to share with everybody, right? To be the student of life, right? You don't need to know everything at any time. You can be the student and the teacher at any moment, but allowing yourself to be humble, to just take in all that is, that you don't have to be right, you don't have to win, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to see the truth and to let go of your chains. That's really perfect there. All right, so I do want to pull I'm going to pull from my half Rider Waite deck here. It's just half the deck, it's only the characters. So let's identify, I want to especially identify this Knight of Swords here. So again, working with especially Scorpio is good for you right now. And Leo, a block. And that could be kids and pets as well. Maybe a block for you right now. They're not negative in themselves right there because the sun's upright. But that may be a block to your love life right now anyway. Even though it's in itself very good. It's the sun. It makes you so happy. All right, so this Knight of Swords. Who's this Knight of Swords? Who is this Knight of Swords? Okay, we have the Empress here, which could be a Taurus energy there. It could be someone who's older than you. It could be a mother or grandmother, an aunt, a boss. It could be a pregnant person. Perhaps someone who's pregnant and not telling you. This also could be someone whose cancer has come back and hasn't told you. And again, the next two cards have that Two of Wands right there. The Queen of Wands is there too. Right, so that could be mother and daughter. It could be two friends. It could be a fiery Taurus here who's being given a choice or an ultimatum. And again, we could be dealing with these two people right here with the Queen, because this is the Knight of Swords reversed and the Queen of Swords is up right here. And the Queen of Swords is coming up as the Knight of Pentacles, the humble, loyal servant, but they're looking forward to peace of mind over here, but yet they're going back to help this Knight of Swords. Maybe they shouldn't be doing that. Maybe this is you and your negative self-talk, and they shouldn't be avoiding their going forward in order to go back to help this. That's not helping either of you. So again, this is a Taurus energy. So you could have Taurus in your chart, or this could be a Taurus you're dealing with. This could be two people, the Queen of Wands, and the Empress could be being given an ultimatum over here. And again, someone could be getting news, if they have Cancer, that it could be that it's gone into remission, but it feels more like it has reoccurred. Or it's just being given an ultimatum, and it has to come to that. That's why it's toxic here. Maybe it has nothing to do with Cancer at all. And obviously that's only for a few. Most people, it's not going to have to do with that. It has to do with the need to make a choice here. And it may have to do with someone in your life, and do they serve you or do they don't serve you? And is it just you and your negative self-talk? Or letting people take advantage of you? And again, look who you are. This is everything. You just maybe want a family to share it all with. Right? A love life. And here's your keys. Group activities, keeping yourself, perhaps groups regarding psychic activities or healing activities, or even religious activities or spiritual activities. Again, sudden events, sudden knowings. This could be sex as well. In the recent past here, it was a key. Maybe this great sex right here brought you into the present moment, which is a key to the arrows of love here. It's like an awakening for you right there. So who is the Queen of Swords? And we have Scorpio here. That could also be dark night of the soul, or someone who's going through an ending. This could be about someone speaking about an ending, dark night of the soul, or a death perhaps. Right? Someone, Scorpio backing them up, dark night backing them up. Maybe she's been going through dark night in the past. And then going forward is the Chariot. In a bold move, travel, ascending, right? Bringing the polarities to the center, alchemy. And here we have the Queen of Swords between Scorpio and Cancer as well. So this could just represent a Cancer person. But again, it could be the passing of someone. We don't have the death card out here, so I don't feel like it's a death. But someone could think of it as, right, that something coming back may be a sign of death or an ending or a transformation perhaps. It's like, getting an ultimatum is a wake-up call to something that you need to pay attention to. The Queen of Swords is between Scorpio and Cancer. And Cancer is in the now moment, ascending, and the Scorpio is moving forward towards them. Who is the Page of Wands? She could also be someone with Cancer and or Scorpio in her chart. Page of Wands. Oh, that just dropped in my lap. This is the Page of Wands. On the top was the Page of Wands. And this is all that the Page of Wands is. So this Page of Wands is coming up as this Knight of Cups over here, offering love. So instead of offering love to self over here is being present in the moment to all that you already are and finding inspiration from that. That's the difference. This also is offering love to yourself as Pisces, or as offering love to your abilities. Or this could be someone else offering love to you as Pisces, as a watery energy right here, to come together. Right? This could be Pisces and the Page of Wands coming together here. Maybe they love doing the same stuff here and wanting to partner up. But this, it could definitely be another water sign though. Yep, Scorpio and Pisces. But there's definitely fire in here too. So again, wanting to partner up here. This also could be someone who's younger than you wanting to partner up with you. So clarify the Nine of Swords for me regarding your blocks. Is there anything else besides being too much in your head and stressed out and wanting to get past the nightmare? This is working, being the humble, loyal servant. This is being the one who serves as opposed to the one who's all that. The one who serves opposed to the one who's all that, right? Your block is you wanting to perhaps work for yourself, wanting to help yourself when you don't need help. You're perfect just as you are. This also could be offering to serve or help the Emperor. When you don't need to do that, you're already everything you need. You don't need the Emperor to be all you can be. And that Emperor might have been giving you a sideways glance. So are you working for him? Are you offering to work for him? Are you serving him? Right? Are you making yourself less than him? This Emperor? And this is the Empress. So whether you're the masculine or the feminine, you have the Emperor and the Empress right here. And is it equal? It could be two Pisces energies coming together too, whether it's a sibling, a friend, or a lover. Somebody who's got heavy Pisces in their chart as well. Who's the Queen of Wands? Again, a childhood friend, a soulmate, a lover, a sibling. It's not, and this is soulmates, could be mother and child again as well with you. But it's coming up, she's coming up next to a Taurus energy or a mother or grandmother energy. And you have that Emperor over here with Aries energy as well. So it could have Aries in your chart and or Taurus in your chart. Are these two different aspects of you? Is this you? This is your masculine. And your block here is the masculine energy. And the block over here, and that's for abundance. The block to your happiness here is your feminine. It's all about you knowing who you are. Tell me about this Page of Cups reversed. A lover or someone of great affection. This could be somebody with Gemini in their chart. Look at that. All right, so the block is this Page of Cups reversed, Scorpio. Do you miss them? Is this your friend? Is this your sibling? It could be a Scorpio with Gemini in their chart, or Gemini with Scorpio, or Gemini Earth sign energy. And a sudden epiphany about this person. Maybe someone you look up to, right? And you want to be just like them. You don't want to be this, you want to be this. And the Knight of Cups. Because the Knight of Cups came up over here with the Page of Wands, but let's see what the Knight of Cups comes up with. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. And there we have the Page of Wands coming up with the Knight of Cups right here. Right? And the Page of Cups is a block to your love, and the Knight of Cups upright is a block to your abundance. Like being spoiled or being shy are both blocks to love. And being love, always offering love, is being a block to your abundance because you're not seeing your full worth. You're being too much in service to others or to someone else specifically. And here's a Capricorn energy or a codependency here of feeling rejected or feeling bad when you don't want to make other people feel rejected, which may be your codependency. Again, there's Capricorn energy there too. again, the key here is knowing your worth. The key to your happiness is speaking your truth, making a choice, even if it hurts, allowing the energetic exchange, allowing the back and forth, allowing the hours of love to work their course, allowing the balance, the good and the bad, allowing peace of mind, by not by avoiding it, but by seeing it and allowing it to pass through you. It's very clear. It's very high vibrational here. You also have the Queen of Cups coming out right after this here. So again, this could be a lot of water sign energy. This could be family energy, right? This could be your siblings. It could be a mother and a child, your relationship there. But again, there's definitely a Scorpio here too. So there you go. I mean, you could have all of the water signs come up, right? You could have any air sign here, fire sign, earth sign. You have court cards from all 4 signs. So really any sign could come up here. But the biggest energies that came up for you is Scorpio, and Leo is not good for you right now. And that could be kids or pets or something that are just coming. They're really good in themselves, but right now it may be a block to your love life. It's not a block to these other things. And then here is, you have Cancer coming up here too, and Taurus over here. Okay, so this ends up with the King of Cups at the bottom of your deck, which could be a Scorpio energy. This could be a father energy as well. And the Wounded Warrior here. Okay, so someone might feel rejected by you. All right, so let's pull a Romance Angels card for you. I know we went long for you. I'm not going to go this long for the other signs, but I figured it's your birthday and it's the first one for this read. So it's 1:22 on the clock right now. The leap to the journey, the Fool's Journey. Letting the past die and taking a bold leap forward here. And again, there's soulmate energy here regarding that. This could be something, again, this could be someone who's helping too much, which isn't helping. And then there's somebody else that feels like sibling rivalry or friend rivalry from your childhood, where one person felt rejected, or one always felt like the other one was better at being received than the other. We have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And there's Sagittarius energy of you deserve love, you are lovable. And the arrow's pointing right at you. And someone is wearing a false self mask in the relationship. So again, it's like this Sagittarius energy calling this energy to remove their mask. It doesn't have to be any significant deception. It could just be them being afraid of being all they are, because they might feel like you'll reject them if they show all of themselves to you. And that can go both ways. You may feel like if you show your full self that they won't accept you as you are. But you must stand up now, especially completely authentic to yourself with an open heart. Okay, even if it means a separation or time apart from your partners on the horizon, right? Because if it's meant to be, they will come back, because it's allowing them the freedom to figure themselves out. And then there's a wedding card after that. There's a situation that involves marriage here and true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So allow it all, the dark and the light. Allow it to process and then transcend it. So allow the negative traits to just go with them until you don't need them anymore. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Loving all that is about you. And knowing there's a reason for everything. Divine timing is at work in your love life. It's worth waiting for, that you are calling in your soulmate. You deserve love. And you both need to just take the masks off. Allow yourselves to be truly you. And one more card. I'm going to give you a Journey of Love card. Remember, the underlying key here is that you may feel like you're in prison, but you're not. And you can walk out at any time. You might feel like your world is upside down, but you have the key to see that you can walk out and unravel this. You have the key to let go of your chains anytime you want. You have the truth right behind you, right below the surface. All right, for Pisces, March. She loves 61, taking a risk to love yourself fully and completely. And then we have Shakti, which is that feminine warrior energy, the 19 of the sun, right? Allowing yourself to shine. It's not about getting attention, right? About being seen. It's about shining your inner light and magnetizing energy to you. You don't have to show it. You be it, and then it comes to you. Then the right energy will resonate with you. Take the risk to love yourself, how beautiful you are. Is this not the same card? Like, look, this is you. You have everything. You are everything. Allow your inner warrior to shine. That kind of lion energy, the sun to shine from within, will radiate out your magnificence in your womanness, the sleeping beauty within. And Spirit's connecting with me. This is the Four of Swords. Make sure to get your beauty rest, to make yourself feel good and rested and pamper yourself, but also let the inner warrior come out to shine, to play. So the block is coming up as like your inner Leo kind of energy, your inner sunshine. You're not allowing it to come out naturally, like it's you're two in your head here as opposed to your heart. Allow your natural light to shine. You're beautiful just as you are. You have it all, Pisces. So I'm going to read to you from the first card, 61, since that was the first one that came out. You have the 25. We started the video at I think it was 12:25. So again, the question in the heart, the seed of the heart is asking the right question. It's not about getting the answer, it's about asking the right question. And the underlying energy here is the 34 of becoming, the energetic exchange, the arrows of love, allowing the now moment. It's all becoming. It's not where you're going. It's just allowing the present moment and becoming, allowing that energy exchange, the arrows of love. And number 61. Let's see what it says for you. 61, she loves. Forgiveness is here for you now. Can you partake of it? Forgiveness for your own self, for the times you messed up, that you didn't love, you forgot to trust, that you tried to take over and decided against surrender. Forgiveness is here for you now, for the times when you couldn't forgive another. Even if you really tried and you really wanted to, she loves. She's here for you now. Open your heart to the angel goddess of forgiveness and let her fill your heart. You are free. This oracle brings you a message from the divine. You are forgiven. You are worthy of forgiveness and you're capable of great spiritual generosity in forgiving others. If there is a person that you can't forgive, you're really just not forgiving yourself, perhaps for being vulnerable, for not knowing better, or for not listening to your own intuition. It's time to let that go and allow the forgiveness that the divine has for you to fill your heart. You are free now. You just need to realize it. And that's this epiphany right here, the key. The cherry blossom knows when to bloom each year and never questions whether its beauty is enough. There is peace in knowing you always bloom well, yet man spends a lifetime in wonder. Okay, Pisces, I love you guys. This is amazing for you. It's a huge shift for you this spring. So be present to it. Be happy. Allow any negative energy to flow through you. Allow it all. Just love it all. Know that it has to be. And the more you allow it and accept it, the more it'll flow through quicker and you will transcend it. And it's always going to be a back and forth dance, right? So stay closer to the middle. Don't go to the extremes. Remember, if you go out drinking and drink too much, you're going to throw up the next day. You're going to go to both extremes. If you stay closer to the middle, being more moderate, you're not going to feel those extremes so much. You won't feel the pain. Okay? So remember your water, your rest. Beauty rest was coming up as big for you. Remember your joy and to get out in nature, exercise, releasing your energy was coming up for you as a key. And yeah, it's all about you here. Rise and be love, Pisces. Happy birthday. Have an amazing year. Okay, love and rise. I'll see you guys soon. It's in their eyes. Just came up. Bye-bye, Pisces. I'll see you soon. Bye.